Hey, what's up gentlemen and ladies? Welcome to another Final Fantasy discussion, and today I'm going to be discussing the topic of Agni's philosophy and what exactly it is. Now, I've gotten comments in the past of people asking me, what exactly this is it a full game, and why does it have the Final Fantasy name on it, and I thought that I'd just make this video to kind of clear things up a bit. For starters, Agni's philosophy is not a full game. It never was from the beginning. Now, there is a slight, very tiny, minuscule, minute chance that Square will decide to make this its own game eventually, but as of now there's no plans for it that we know of. So what is it exactly? Well, it's a sort of tech demo for the Luminous engine running DirectX 11, and the reason why it relates to Final Fantasy is because the Luminous engine isn't a public engine that's used by several games. It's actually a Square Enix made engine designed specifically for Final Fantasy 15. Fun fact, I actually have a friend who works for Square Enix on the coding of the Luminous engine, so shout out to Sean, aka El Spyro. Anyways, since this is what Final Fantasy 15 is running on, it gives us a pretty good idea of what the game is capable of graphics-wise. And in that regard, it has to be one of the best looking engines that I have seen out there. Originally, Kingdom Hearts 3 was also supposed to use the same engine, once again with DirectX 11, however they were having some issues rendering textures due to the game's use of the Kingdom shader, and they ended up moving it over to the Unreal 4 engine instead. A couple months back, Square actually revisited Agni's philosophy, this time running DirectX 12, titled Witch Chapter 0, which shows the lead here crying, something that apparently is very, very hard to do in CGI, and I can certainly see why, so that just goes to show you guys how powerful the potential of this is. In terms of the actual story of the video, not much is clear. It doesn't really seem to be based off of any Final Fantasy game's setting, but more of a Middle Eastern inspired setting, and really the only thing Final Fantasy related that we see is the use of magic, but even that works really weird. A lot of this is just kind of shown to us out of context without any real explanation, likely because it was just meant as something pretty to look at rather than something to think about, but it is worth pointing out that many people called this Final Fantasy 15 back when it was first shown off. Obviously at the time 15 was still under the name Final Fantasy Versus 13, and even though there were rumors of the game getting a name change similar to Type 0, there was still no solid confirmation of Final Fantasy 15, so many people simply thought that this was 15, and I'm not sure if at the time Versus was running off of this engine. I don't believe it was, though I could be wrong on that. I mean, clearly when they made this demo they had pretty big plans in mind for the engine, but we'll never really know if at the time they had already switched Versus over and simply hadn't told us, or if they had other plans for it, such as making this its own full title. Either way, that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to blitz that like button, subscribe, and as always, stay tuned for all things Final Fantasy.